in 5, 4, 3, 2. Well, I never thought that it'd be so simple, but I found a way. I found a way. Well, if you open up your mind, see what's inside. It's gonna take some time to realize.
Oh,
But if you look inside, I'm sure you'll find. Oh, over your shoulder, you know that I told you I'd always be picking you up when you're down.
So just turn around.
So just turn around. Din, 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 din,
I win.
That's so much that's getting cut out.
Should all stay.
Hello guys and welcome back to the channel once again. First things off, my name is Kieran.
I'm Jack.
Jack.
But we're not that important here.
We're not.
We are the main attractions.
We are not the MVPs, as today we have decided to expand on the channel. How the fuck we've managed to do this is... But today we've got two guests with us. We've got... Introduce yourself.
Jacob.
I'm Kyle.
I'm from the Drunkenly Sober podcast, the main host of the Drunkenly Sober podcast. My co-host is currently in a bin.
Anyway.
Fuck you!
And I'm Kyle. I'm from Newport.
So, as you can see, we've got some lovely belts on the show today. Because today, I don't know where to look to be honest.
Look to them.
Because today, guys, we are
enough of me.
We are going to be talking about our backyard wrestling. Now,
We touched on it a little bit in the last.
yeah,
video.
the last episode when we talked about the wrestling careers, we touched on it quite a bit. But we didn't want to give too much away for the main reason of doing this video with everyone. Unfortunately, there's going to be a big shout out to Mr. Jack Riley Jones, who famous
Too
actor.
cool to be on here.
Too cool to be here today. No, he said he wanted to be here with us today, but unfortunately, work. So yeah, boys, let's talk about our backyard wrestling experiences and what the fuck it is. So, oh shit, yeah.
First off,
The reunion's back. So, ching ching, cheers.
There's nothing new about this.
Cheers.
We only drink on my
connect my
podcast.
tune then
Cheers.
there. Cheers.
Oh,
Holy shit.
That was actually quite nice.
I love that. Yeah.
I'm getting the aroma of potatoes.
Yeah.
That's it.
What?
This vodka's made of potatoes.
Oh.
How did you know that?
Oh, mate, I don't care what's in drinks.
Did you know
Just
that
drink
this
it.
Serrano is made from potatoes?
Did you know that all laws of aviation... Fuck, I should have said that for the...
Yeah, it would have been. You said it last time and it almost worked.
So yeah, who wants to explain what FEW is?
I think we should let this man do it, the one in the suit.
Okay, so welcome to the presser. So FEW, it was the greatest show of its time. We had fans from around the world being played through a phone for 15 minutes.
Don't forget the ding 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 at the
Oh,
start.
sorry. Ding, ding, ding. But then we had some of the most hardcore matches ever. Because to me, Kieran Green, he's a free spirit in the way he works and presents himself. When you watch his matches in Wales, he has a proclivity to think freely. And I don't want to label him a deathmatch guy, but when you're in a room with him, you know it. We share an unspoken bond, and we didn't have a ton of expectations at our first encounter 5 years ago. Of what I got dyslexia. I'm having a hard time here. I've tested positive.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna speed it all the way up, and it's just gonna start with I have dyslexia.
You bastard! As soon as I heard I was like, "That's Mox's fucking dissertation."
Fuck's sake.
That was brilliant.
I was
to be fair.
saving that.
Big fan. That was awesome. So yeah, with our backyard promotion, as it were, it was called FEW. Originally, it was myself, Sam, and Dylan. And then later on down the line, there were a few more people who joined. We had Kieran by here join. We had Jacob by there join. And obviously, right on the end there, we had Kyle join. So yeah, everyone came together, created a very nice thing for us to do, because none of us were going to go out and do anything else. So
Not drink or anything.
not drink, we're good boys. So yeah, Effie was a bit of a backyard thing we were doing for a few years. Started in 2009, end of 2009-ish, like I explained in the last video with myself, Dylan and Sam. We did that for a few years in around 2013. Key joined the fray. Then about 2015, Jacob joined the fray. And then later on, I think, was it 2017, Kyle, or 2018?
2017, 18.
I think I'd say 2017.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Effie died in 2018.
Yeah, yeah.
And
So
I
that makes
killed
sense.
No, it was 2019 it died, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think if
Yeah.
anyone could be blamed for killing it, it has to be this guy next to me. I want to say he was alive and well when I was champ.
So yeah, we did that from about 2009 to about 2018-19-ish. We did a bit of a reunion show, very briefly. Again, that was with Jake and Kyle. Jake's so happy about his crying. So yeah, we did that,
Yeah.
and
It
we're
died.
here today, and it died.
It died
As all good things do.
just before COVID, because COVID always comes up in our videos.
Yeah, so this is our COVID mention today. So going on to talk with boys, and so obviously Jake, I mentioned you came in, did Backyard Wrestling about 2015.
Yeah.
I think you had your debut match against, I want to say it was you.
It was against
I was
me.
fighting out Turkey.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
because
was fighting out Turkey.
Yeah.
It was against me, and I remember you came up to me, and I was like, "Oh yeah, so I'll pull you over strong." Da da da. And he was like, "No, I want to lose."
I wanted
He
to.
straight up said, "Like I want to lose," and then I want a
Phil.
rematch, like straight away, and then I beat you, and I was like, "That's what you want, then. That's
Yeah.
what you get."
Well, see, kids, when you're playing the heel, you want to lose a lot, and that's why I always like the Miz, because he never wins.
But yeah, you took time off then. I think it was during when we were doing GCSEs.
Yeah.
And then you came back in 2017, I believe.
yeah, because we did the reunion. Riley jumped in,
Yeah.
and then Jake came back,
Yeah.
Dawes came back, and we went from there. And then Kyle came back later. But like, I just got to ask genuinely, because I've always wanted to ask this. Like, what was your what made you want to jump in on the backyard thing? Because we were wrestling on wood.
We've already said our side of it.
Yeah, like what made you want to do it? The backyard stuff, at least.
So, so I when I decided to come back, it was more so just because we were then at that point going to college. I ended up returning, weren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the reason I left originally was because I wasn't doing very good in the ring, on the microphone, anything like that. And then
Jake, we
we
didn't
was-
have a ring, it was a decking.
Oh yeah, the decking. when we were fighting on that decking, I was extra bad. But then when I came back, it was like I was in training with another place. I can't remember what it's called.
What, KPW?
KPW. I was in training
Yeah.
with KPW. I felt like I was improving, stuff like that. My microphone skills were improving. No more. What happened last night?
I gotta ask Jake.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned KPW as well.
Yeah.
We mentioned it on the last episode where you announced for the match me and Jack made our debut at. But you was the announcer, right?
Do you remember when
Yes,
they were
yes.
calling you Harry Potter?
Yeah, I had the entire crowd calling me Harry Potter.
So
I was on the verge of crying.
They were calling you Harry Potter the entire time.
Yeah.
And our favourite bit, we mentioned it last time, was that the microphone died. And instead of like just shouting from the top of your mouth, just had your hand there. And you went, "Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest."
I tried my best.
So,
I tried my best.
what was your thought process during that?
I didn't really have one running. My neurons weren't connecting at that point, and I was just sort of there like, well, this is showbiz, so you gotta make do, honey. And I did. I made do. And I played, and it sent me back to my FEW days when I was chatting into a screwdriver, shouting to a fake crowd that I'm gonna drown someone in Cardiff Bay.
So yeah, obviously a bit of a similar question to you then, Kyle. So, you know, you weren't exactly the biggest fan. but you got into it over time. But what made you want to do the backyard stuff? You know, because the issue was, like I said, you weren't a big fan, but you wanted to do it anyway. What really made you want to do backyard wrestling of all?
So my experience with wrestling at that point was...
Would you say the WWE?
I would say the WWE. Yeah, it was... I'd had 2 friends, the aforementioned Riley, J. Ry, and then another friend who you won't know. But wrestlers-wise, I think I only knew John Cena in passing, and The Rock was the only one I actually knew. So I knew nothing. And then one day, Riley came up to me and said, out of nowhere, he was just like, "Oh, we do a wrestling thing. Do you want to get involved?" Because I think he mentioned, Doug, you and I think it was Dylan as well, because obviously we were in a class.
Yeah.
I think you promoted that. Oh, maybe we should ask Kyle. Cause
I because you were in. Got the clip as well, so we can actually pop that in. So the first time you ever do anything for FE is in Dill's new and improved video.
Yes.
It's the first time you ever do anything, because you go up to him and he goes up to you and goes, "Would you like my autograph?" And you go, "No thanks." He goes, "I'm new and improved," and walks away. That's it. That's it.
I remember that. Yeah.
Hell of a time. But yeah, well, like obviously with all that being like not really in your favor, not knowing much about it, like what was your proper push to be like, "Oh, fuck it, I'll do a bit of crack," like?
It was me and Riley, we were walking home, and we were just talking about it. He was like, "Oh yeah, we do this, we do this, we do this," and I was just like, "Why not?" Seems like you said, a good bit of crack. That was literally it.
It is a good laugh, to be fair.
Yeah, good bit of crack.
I hated it.
We're learning more and more today.
Well, I went home because I turned up at, what was it? It was, I remember it was a pay-per-view. I remember.
Yeah, so we did like the little pay-per-views, like I mentioned last episode. The pay-per-view you turned up to, I think, was like Warzone. We did like a pre-show,
Oh, yeah.
and you're on that against one of my guys, Naberto,
Mm.
and you do like the. He's a hell of a guy.
Wasn't Warzone the equivalent to like Extreme Rules?
Kinda. So yeah, it was me, Lewis, and Dill and Sam at that point, and I think Lewis was like, he wanted to do something like Cyber Sunday, Taboo Tuesday,
Yeah, what
where the
was
fans vote, and it was called Cyber Splash.
Cyber Splash.
And the only reason it was called that is because we had a little paddling pool in the back. You know, like CM Punk versus Chow in a Gulf of Mexico. We had like first person to go in the paddling pool.
You had your own version of the was it the Mud Man?
Yeah, we were the divas. I said this last week. We used to wrestle on the mud. We were mud wrestling.
yeah.
We were mud wrestling revolutionists.
Again, we had the fucking tab, and Jesus Christ, I watched one of, because when I was editing the video for the last from the wrestling journey, Jack sent me like a bunch of matches, and I saw the torture chamber. Jesus fuck.
Well, that's the one with the bed.
It's just, I literally come out, take off my jacket, I'm just fucking covered in mud. I'm stinking. I was like,
You stink.
I stink. I was like, fucking hell. I wonder what my mum thought I was up to when I was gone.
Rolling in the mud with the boys.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't tell her I was doing the backyard shit. So it was like, I got home and was like, "Why you money for?" Oh, I was playing my
You
game.
had the same issue, mine though, Jake.
Yeah.
I actually want to go. If you want to go into love at this, because it is quite funny.
Right, so my mum, I think, always knew, but I think she was just messing with me a bunch of the times because she kept asking, "Oh, you've got those marks on your back. How do you get those?"
So I wanted to see, like, not just you two as well, because obviously I don't think we spoke much about it in the last time, like what everyone's like fondest memories are. So like, if Kyle, do you want to say yours first? Like, what your fondest memories are about Effie? Just the strong's like, what? What are your fondest memories about Effie? Like,
What do you enjoy?
alright, Jack, what are your fondest memories about Effie?
Come back to me.
I've already got it. I'll go first.
We'll go in chronological order,
Yeah,
boys. Let's do
yeah,
this.
Like, favourite opponent and all that shit, like.
Favorite opponent overall. I'm actually gonna cheat you and do 2. So
It's not Berto Jones.
FE1. So an FE
Sorry,
character
I'm
to
not
go
a
against.
character. Fucking opponent.
I know.
You didn't go up against
I
himself.
know. That's what I'm saying. His favourite opponent was Norberto Jones.
Looking in the mirror, was like, I don't know if I want to play guitar anymore.
Who am I? Who am I? What?
Where am I? You were saying.
Let me try. So I'll cheat you a little bit, and I'll just say favorite FE opponent, probably you, but FO opponent, probably Aaron Opera.
Yeah, I can see that.
The Aaron Opera stuff is
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good in the latter days, so yeah, I'll cheat with that a little if you want to cheat.
Yeah,
you
fuck
can
it. Yeah,
too,
we'll say our favourite F3 and FO opponents.
the alternate characters.
I thought
Yeah,
this
yeah,
was
yeah.
like fondest memories.
Yeah, but it's not anymore.
Hey,
Yeah.
good memory,
What-
Kyle. Why
what-
didn't you speak
Right,
up
alright,
sooner?
let's try that again then. Fuck me. Right, what was
Yeah,
that?
Kieran and Aaron Opera.
Right, Aaron Opera was no, go on, and I'll try again. So yeah, fondest memory overall for me is probably that anniversary we did, the last one, because everyone was there for it. Only because that for me is like the zenith, like the peak of it all, purely because everyone's there, everyone's enjoying it still at that point.
Except when it got to our fucking match.
Yeah,
And everyone just fucking stopped.
bored.
Yeah, got bored on commentary.
but
We
yeah,
hit a fucking Styles clash on the wooden decking. And everyone was like,
Styles Clash. But yeah, that'd probably be mine, only because everyone was together, everyone seemed to be still enjoying it, and it was
Yeah.
like our backyard WrestleMania, so that was pretty fun. That was
Yeah.
probably my fondest memory. There's probably more, but I don't
Yeah.
want to say.
my favourite opponent.
Fondest memory.
An opponent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, doing all of it.
My favourite opponent, I'd probably have to say,
Life.
obviously you,
I'm pretty
because we had like so many fucking matches back to back, and like I remember the Warzone poster. It was literally me and Jack on it. It's like the final chapter, and then literally wrestled like next year. Favourites FO. That's a tough one because we're all shit.
Says
I'm
you.
trying to think.
Nova Obsidian.
That wasn't my idea. You was like, I want to start a character from
Oh,
the key.
I want something really edgy.
I put Obsidian.
So
It's a fucking Minecraft block.
Dude.
I thought of the Nova part, because like Nova Gas from Call of Duty Black Ops.
Nah, dude, you're thinking about Noam Dar. You're like the Scottish supernovas. Noam Dar has made a return to FBW. His
No,
roots.
I can't tell you a favourite opponent for Afro just because there's so many. Whereas, like, when we did I don't think Mike and Aaron Opera had a match. I don't think I had a match against Aaron Opera. I had a match against maybe Aaron Opera. No, I know I had William Butterbean.
Well, that's the obvious answer then.
Yeah, it's just the reskinned version of Aaron Opera.
Yeah.
It's Aaron Opera plus an
He's
umbrella.
Aaron Opera light.
Yeah, I'll pass on that one just because I can't think of anything from the top of my head. But fondest memory, I'd say my second US run.
Yeah.
Because that's when I got to try something new with the character. Because I think that was the first one I went heel.
Yeah, because you pushed me up a ladder.
Yeah, so that was the first time I turned heel. Yeah, so I'd say that, 'cause it was fun to try a new character. Yeah, that's what I'd say. That's like overall, like the FEW show I was just enjoyed anyway. Like I got to do with my best friends. Not you.
So my favorite opponent, in FOW was Takeo Ying, I believe, because I really liked the Aaron Opera versus Takeo Ying, because it was like different styles and stuff, and
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were trying to play very grapple heavy, and Dill's Takeo Ying is very strike heavy.
Yeah.
it felt very much like two very different styles going at it. I thought it was quite interesting. FVW, I'd argue, and I might be giving myself a bit of credit, I really liked the Jack Riley versus Jacob Summers, the J. Riley versus Jacob Summers match.
That's our anniversary.
Yeah, because we spent about a year building it up.
About half year from Slamdown.
Yeah,
So I
because
was,
there's
Yeah, but it was even prior to that, wasn't it?
you had there was little
Little
teasers where you were both like, because we had like a authority figure named Phil Heyman. Wonder where we got that from. And yeah, you were both like his guys, and eventually he chose Riley's. You know, he chose Riley over you.
in a really good
Understandable.
turn, because it was I went all the way from jobbing right at the beginning, I believe. Like, don't get me wrong, there was a point where I was I won the US belt, but there was a time then where I was losing a lot of matches as well.
Yeah.
Until eventually it came back around to me winning the FEW belt, but then losing it because my best friend at the time, Jay Rye, ran out with the Money in the Bank and cashed in on me.
After the first time we won the main belt as well.
And originally that storyline was going to be quite a bit shorter.
Yeah.
But what was it? Was it Down Under?
You had to go on holiday or something, and there was a triple threat. Yeah, there was a triple threat at one of the events we did, which was Uprising. And it was me vs Key, naturally, and then it was for the 15th time that year.
The final chapter.
And yeah, the final chapter.
The once in a lifetime match.
Yeah, we're like The Rock and
Never seen it. Never seen it again.
But yeah, so you were supposed to have a triple. It was, I think Dill was still known and improved at the time, and it was Riley was about a month in the reign at that point, and you were supposed to have a triple, and you had to go somewhere so you couldn't make it. So we did this little story where you got attacked in the parking lot, as the Americans call it, but in there. Yeah, and it was quite cool. And then we did like a whole whodunit then up until, I want to say February, because one of Kyle's FO characters had the videotape footage and showed it on his talk show. So it was a nice full...
It was the law.
The law. It was broken that day.
And my favourite moment at all, I'd probably say was that time. It wasn't even when I won the belt. It was the time at Slamdown where I won it, and then I got choked out trying to reach for the belt. I thought that was quite a
cool shot.
It was a somatic shot.
Using that beautiful shot.
Even with me being
BAM! Shot!
Even with me being quite a larger boy at the time, and Riley had a harder time getting his legs around me. It was. I really liked the shot. I thought it was quite a cool shot.
Kyle, what's your fondest memory and favourite opponent?
My favourite FV opponent, I think, it's gonna have to be the man down the end with the orange hat.
Thank you.
And it's gonna be a very unremarkable match, but it was obviously Kyle Lation against Go Away.
He's a good opponent.
Jack Dugmore, while you were under the control
of the Reaper,
the Reaper.
And I was wearing my black jeans.
That was the first match where I was like, I actually liked that, because you full on carried me, 100%. Because I'll say this, even from the beginning to end, I was crap. I was so bad because I knew nothing about wrestling. Yeah. Yes, everyone knows it. I knew nothing. I couldn't bump. I knew about 3 moves. 3 of them they were all DDTs, and it was
better than a shoulder tackle. I'm just
yeah.
But yeah, and I'm gonna actually mix them up. That also has my fondest memory.
Mm-hmm.
It was very annoying, but looking back on it, it's funny. It's when you were lifting me up for your finishing maneuver.
I remember, yeah.
And you do it, you hit it, and while doing it, the commentators are bigging it up, going, no, 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 no! Hit it, and they're like, guys, we said no, the camera died.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
They were like, no, 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 no.
And it bloody hurt. It hurt taking that. I was full on slammed on the ground.
And then we had to film it again once the phone was back on it.
Yeah, yeah.
And you just see Kyle is just like,
Oh, you're screaming no, is it? Don't do it.
But Riley was still doing his commentator voice. He's going, no, 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 no!
And I was screaming, no, no, stop! But my commentary voice is almost the exact same as my regular voice, so
you were confused.
I've thought about it multiple times. Instead of going, no, 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 what you just say, guys, camera's died.
Well, I'll tell you why. It's like when someone is falling off a cliff. They're not going to scream to their friends, oh, hey, I'm falling off a cliff. It's more like, ah! You know what I mean? That's not helpful. You're not getting any help from that. If I just stared at you and screamed at you in your eyes, ah! But that's your natural instinct, fella. You can't control it.
My favourite FOW opponent.
We gotta move on from it.
Favorite FO opponent then, because you've got FE one.
I'd say.
it's a good one.
Yeah. I can't really think of any. I'd probably have to say though, either Aaron Opera or no, sorry Aaron, go away. Zack Storm.
Oh.
I love Zack Storm. The
That's
character,
one of Riley's guys.
the energy, the style. It's just so wacky and crazy. And I love
We
it.
should probably say the FOW is our NXT.
Yeah.
We probably should have said that
Well,
when we first started.
one thing we should say is Zack Storm betrayed me. Aaron Opera used to be Aaron Thunder.
I remember.
He
Yeah.
pretended to be
remember.
Canadian for a year, and
Yeah,
then he
you
went
were-
to being British.
You should be thankful because Aaron Opera,
Was only birthed because you stopped teaming.
and I'd argue I'd say, well, he's not my favourite opponent. I'd say the best FO guy there was.
Yeah,
I've
well,
had it
you
all
know,
of them.
it's hard being the best. I jerk myself off every night just thinking about it.
Like you said, in the latter things, obviously, your style and your skill actually improved very much. So the wrestling of Aaron Opera got very good, and I'd say the character was always very entertaining.
I think it was probably the best FO character
Yeah.
so far as like, because as much as I enjoyed like one of my guys, Superior Dave, is very white bread, whereas your guy is very versatile character. You can go from being, you know, a snobby, you know, aristocrat to being quite a funny comedic foil.
Yeah.
I always remember you.
Olivia.
I had an entire Twitter account set up to
It was-
Aaron Opera
Why-
with my younger brother. Like, he was like my half brother, I claimed was my son, and a dog,
Yeah.
which was my dad's dog.
My favourite part about the Twitter stuff, though, is that because you can't get back into the Aaron Opera account anymore.
I'm blocked out
I
of it.
put on to Phil Heyman Jr., which is Phil Heyman's son, who's in charge of FOW. He put onto his Twitter account, I think it was like either last year or 2 years ago, whenever it was. But because Jake couldn't get back into his Twitter account, I just posted to be like, I'm saddened to hear the news that Aaron Opera has passed away. And like, because I did it before as well, and he replied being like, I'm still fucking alive, what are you talking about? But this, like, 'cause he couldn't get back into the account, I did it again. So
Canonically.
Aaron Opera has straight up just died forever.
The biggest change for Aaron was when he became just Aaron, and he lost his wife, his dog, his son, his
wife.
mansion,
I'm gonna show
and
the
his
clip.
Twitter
I'm
account.
gonna show the clip by you going, Olivia, take me back.
It was great.
Wait, no, you mean his home in the Coal Glen River
Yeah, oh,
Bar?
yeah. Yeah, so the reason we came up with that was because we did one of those things where you spend about £5 to
Yeah.
buy a little piece of land in
Yeah,
a
yeah.
castle.
Did someone get it for you for your birthday?
Yeah, I got it for my birthday. It was quite a funny thing, but then after realizing I'm technically a lord now, I used it for Aaron. So he was Lord Arian.
Arian.
Arian. Ooh.
Arian.
Lord Aaron Dorian Pavarotti Opera of Dunnon's Castle and the Coal Glen River Bonk.
Love the bomb.
And he's from Kent because he is a Kent. And I don't have to trim that down because I didn't say cut.
You just did.
Yes, Kyle. Questions.
I just thought of my actual fondest moment.
Oh god, here we go.
So you might have to cut this
Oh god.
because I'm not sure. It's not really bad, but there's like, well, 3 letters that are not very nice.
So when it comes to the FE shit, and this is going like onto the main guys as well, like so Jack Dunmore, King Green, Jake Summers, Carlation, the characters behind them, like we'll go off the most recent characters. So before FE ended, the last one was all there. I just want to know like the thought progress of like coming up with the characters and like how did you get to the point where like, oh, this is what I want Carlation, this is what I want Jacob Summers to be, this is what I want me, I know what I want to be. I know Jack Dunn, why is he in soccer one? So this time we will start with Kyle.
Okay. So you want to talk about correlation, yeah?
Carlation, they're coming up with the character.
Okay. So, like I said, wrestling, I knew nothing. I remember the one thing I was told is we'd want you to be a good guy, or face, as you told me, because we had so many heels, we needed more good guys. So I was like, okay, I'm fine with that. I prefer good guys in most forms of media. So I was trying to think, and at the time, I'd recently started watching Game of Thrones, and I was obsessed. I loved it. Favorite show. It's great. My favorite character was Ned Stark, played by Sean Bean, and because he was just the ultimate good guy, very honourable and stuck to his beliefs. And I thought, ooh, I want to be that kind of good guy. So I thought I'm just going to be super good, honourable, no bad cheating, nothing. And looking back, I regret that. Because it was the worst, it was so boring. If people were actually watching, no one would like my guy. Because he was just so...
To be fair, I think the thing that hurt from the start was the original nickname. I can't remember who came up with it.
New kid on the
The
bloody
new
block.
kid on the
Oh,
block.
man, what the fuck?
Someone's gonna have to take the rap for that at
It
some
was
point.
someone on commentary said it first.
I can't wait until I go back to look at that match now, Carls, and it's Yuki going, the new kid on the block.
It probably was me, to be honest. It probably was me. That sounds shit.
But yeah, so I didn't know you got the honourable one from that, basically, with
No, yeah,
Game of Thrones.
Because I, you know, like I said, I was obsessed, and there was, seriously, I was just obsessed with Game of Thrones, and I really wanted to be a goody-goody, honourable guy, and so I just went into it. But there was just nothing I could work with. Like each character, they had their own traits that they could use in a promo or something. Mine was just, I'm a pretty cool guy. I'm a nicey. I'm a goody boy. And so it was just so nothing.
Do you reckon, like, obviously in hindsight, because I know, when did we come out of thing? So you had the whole before anniversary where Dill like attacks you in the Battle Royal. Do you think, like, in nowadays you would have come up to all of us and just gone, I just want to change a pace after anniversary, just want a big reset where I come out and I'm just pissed off with the world and all that?
Yeah, I was, because I actually thought of what could have been very good is that after, if we had kept going, after I get the title from Jake, maybe not long after I lose it, I have a rematch and I lose it again, and then I just I'm so fed up of being a goody guy, and I just playing by the rules, because no one else plays by the rules, so screw you, and then I just become the biggest heel, just...
You're just like cheating every single match and all that.
It's pretty much what Jake became.
Yeah, because weirdly enough, you did like a second heel turn right after the big story with Riley, and you basically had what he would have most likely wanted, where it's like cheating, and you're so desperate to hold on to the belt, you literally do anything to keep it the whole time. I honestly would have liked to have seen you as a heel.
I would
have been really intrigued to see.
I would have also tried to play it like I'm just angry against the world.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like a Drew McIntyre.
Oh
Yeah, current Drew then.
Yeah,
You're just
would've
really salty, but you've got a reason to be salty.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been cool, actually. I really wish we would have seen that.
Jake, what about you?
So like originally, I watched WWE to an extent of whenever it was on, but my favorite guy the entire time always was, still is The Miz. I thought he was awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna leave.
But also, I was really into Game of Thrones.
And I looked at Ned Stark and said, that's not what I want to be.
I want to be something different.
No, but
Where did the name Absolute Perfection come from? Was it you, Jack, who came up with it? Because I know you was on the bus together or some shit, and you picked it.
No, to be fair, I'd give a lot of credit. So we were on a school trip. Was it Thorpe Park or
No.
Oakwood?
We went to the theatre in Blackwood.
Yeah, so we went there and we were coming on the bus, and I think Jake just come up and he said, "Oh, you do the rest," and in the background I was like, "Yeah, do that." He's like, "Oh, do you mind if I join?" I was like, "Yeah, actually, have you have anything in mind?" And we sat there. I remember because at the time I only had I think I had my iPod, and I was flicking through different songs, and the first song you had was because originally I was going to give you the song Sound Like Sylvia. Come on down for the summertime. But we were going through some of my stuff, and I think I had a SmackDown bumper theme on there, so the theme they play when they say coming up next. And it's a Red Theory song. It's called, for those of you out there, it's called Red Theory. It's Red Theory, and the song's called Hangman. So that was your first ever song, very briefly. And you had like a Kane knockoff song at one point.
Yes.
And I cannot find it to this day.
No clue.
But in regards to the gimmick, to be fair, I only really came up with my nickname, and then I came up with Riley's nickname,
Yeah.
and I came up with his finishing name. But other than that, to be fair, a lot of Jake's stuff, like the gear and all that, completely very hands-on. But to be fair, out of everyone, he had the most like customized stuff. You had obviously the jacket and all that.
Wrestling tights.
Yeah, but what I mean, no, because that was later. I was wearing jeans for like 90%
Right, yeah.
of doing it, and then I got pissed off with jeans. But
I had a t-shirt that was bright yellow, like banana yellow,
Yeah.
and a jump and a jacket, and it was because originally I was wearing a shirt which said something like who's handsome,
It's like-
this guy or something.
This guy's.
Who's got 2 thumbs and is handsome, this guy. But then I
don't
ended
know.
up changing it to
the black one.
yeah, and then I ended up changing it to something along the lines of this guy's absolute perfection.
Yeah.
And then eventually then I ended up going with absolute perfection. It's what I am.
It's what I aim for.
It's what I aim for. It's what I achieve.
Yeah.
Plastered up the arms and stuff like that. I thought it looked really cool.
It's my favorite like piece of FV like merch, if you will, because it's like it seems like something you could actually sell. I don't get me wrong, we had t-shirts and all that, but
The
nothing
only
to
two
that
people who
extent.
didn't have merch, like I had it briefly.
Yeah, you had the McDonald's.
I had the McDonald's fucking.
when you go to pee and you get like the McDonald's like, thing on your bib.
I'll future Kieran decide if you want to try and find the photo.
Find it. You said everyone had merch. The only person who didn't have merch, I think, might have been
Me.
Carl.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Me and Carl.
You say that I might have had merch, but I was sponsored for a very long time
By Jurassic
by
Park.
Jurassic
Oh my
World
God, yes!
Fallen Kingdom.
It was
Because
just.
what happened was originally I had a big purple shirt.
Yeah.
As we don't talk about the purple shirt.
We talked about
Then I had a dark blue shirt, which I liked. I actually really liked it. And then that got ripped because I think it was Yuki did some kind of move. It got caught because there was nails everywhere. It got caught on a nail. And
So why is it my fault we got stuck on a nail?
Because we were in the match. You did something.
A
and-
move.
I
So
didn't move, and it's like, oh, there's a nail there.
It's
I
like
saw it. I was like, that top's coming off.
you're to blame the same way I was to blame about the pin can when everyone finished rolling and then I rolled it last and then suddenly it burst open and it was my fault.
I mean, to be fair, yeah, that was your
What?
fault.
So I loved that shirt. Very disappointed. I was like, oh, what can I wear instead? I thought another shirt I like. I still have the shirt. It's just a white shirt with the Jurassic Park logo. And so we were just like, oh, go on then. Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Lation is sponsored by Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom for like months.
I think
And
till the end almost.
Yeah. So my final question for both of you is obviously from the FE shit, the backyard stuff. Obviously having that experience, do you think that it'll lead into anything in the future? Because obviously, Jake, you was doing the professional wrestling, and I know you mentioned about doing it yourself, Kyle, a few years back. Do you reckon it'll lead to anything in the future?
Well, for me, I don't believe I will now. I'm working on my masters in ancient history. Don't get me wrong, I had a great time, and I enjoyed doing it, and I would want to do like return shows and stuff like that. Even though, no one ever watched it. All the videos were unlisted. They were enjoyable to do, and I'd like to do it again. I enjoyed the characters, especially the ones like Aaron Opera or Jacob Summers. Being money can die.
What about it from like the standpoint, like he said? So you obviously used to do training with us in KPW. Would you ever consider
Like going back
there?
So after your masters is done.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, because after I finish my masters, I'm likely going to be living up in Swansea way now for a while.
Oh, he's just finding out about this.
Have you not found out that I'm planning on going to a doctorate in ancient history?
So guys, Jake will never be back on the channel ever again.
Dr. Jacob Summers.
Yeah, I would be a doctor.
Dr. Opera.
No.
Lord Dr. Opera
It would be
from Kent.
It would be Lord Aaron Dorian Pavarotti, Opera, PhD, MA, BA, ONS.
Kent.
Never gonna let us forget that. No, I'm writing it down. I'm gonna send you all a postcode. Postcode.
My on Nimbus sounds pretty good right now.
Kyle?
Yeah, I don't think I'll use it.
I mean, like you said, I did mention it ages ago because I really enjoyed FV and I've been getting more and more into the W over time. But I don't know, there's just a lot of things stopping me, and maybe one day, but I don't know. I'll need some kind of big push or something big click to say, you know what? Yeah, I want to go and get beat up.
I can pay to have that done.
So yeah, no.
Majority is just me neither.
It's,
I'm not even back yet.
it's to be
So
fair.
it's kind of half.
Well, then it's
It's
a
just
half
you.
handshake.
It's just you.
It's just me.
To be
Just
fair,
me.
he enjoys working too much in care homes to.
He does about 4 years out of date.
I don't know what he's up to. I find out he has a girlfriend after 6 years of being with them and
It's
getting married.
official. Kyle's got a girlfriend, World.
Are they together now? That's
Ask
Kyle,
him.
have you got a girlfriend?
He looks at. Are they together now?
All 60 of you has just dropped.
Why did you put me on with him?
I don't know. You can have your own heavy one next time, and so can
Thank
he.
you. I'll take
Well, I
it.
don't get what the problem is here. I was just pointing out that you don't talk to me anymore like we used to, Kyle.
Okay, I'm off of it.
Yeah, there's a lot more we can talk about. Maybe in the future. who
I
knows?
think there could be separate parts for separate people.
Maybe there'll be a
at some
part
point,
in the
yeah.
future. Maybe this time we can bring
No.
Riley. What if we bring Riley on
Yes.
and then get rid of Jake?
Jacob is eyeing up the camera.
Sounds about right. And so yeah, no, thank you both for coming on. It was a pleasure.
You are welcome.
I don't know about Jay.
God, I hope I never have to film a video with Jake ever again.
Anyway, guys.
So yeah, I think there's only one last thing to do before obviously we shoot off now. Is to
Kiss.
Pay.
After we do that, though.
Yeah.
Well, before we do that, everyone go down the line.
That's what I was doing.
No. There's something better with this.
What?
Everyone go down the line. Say your favorite Assassin's Creed game.
I like it, yeah, okay.
So drunkenly sober.
Start with
stuff going
you,
on.
Kyle. What are you
To
thinking?
FEW, by the way.
No,
To Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed.
My favourite Assassin's Creed game is Assassin's... Oh, I don't know.
Fucking hell, we're gonna be here for about 4
Yeah,
years.
come back to me. Come
Oh,
back to me.
Oh
Jake.
my fucking god.
Alright, my favourite Assassin's Creed game is Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Ethan in the corner.
My favorite Assassin's Creed is number 2.
My favorite Assassin's Creed is Revelations.
My favourite Assassin's Creed game is Origins.
Still better than Jake's game.
Why have we got the worst take on this side of the stage?
Bye.
We've got the worst takes here.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you guys for coming. And yeah.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh my god, that was fucking hot.
I thought that was great.
This isn't making the cut.
I think that was great. That's very much so a drunkenly sober podcast. Right there.
Jake, just shut the